Hello and welcome to your Empowered Astrology forecast with yours truly, Sarah McCallum, the Cosmic Finder. And this is for the week of April the 1st, 2024. So we are going to start this week off with Mercury moving retrograde in Aries. And we have been in the pre-retrograde shadow for about 2 weeks. So the energy is likely already very alive for you in your world. This could feel like a little bit of wonkiness around travel, especially short trips here and there within your community or your town. This could be issues with your vehicle or your mode of transportation. This could look like issues involving technology and devices. However, it's been showing up for you. Just understand that the universe is encouraging us to take some time to reflect and revisit and reorient ourselves, reflect on especially themes around self-awareness. So this is actually a great time to dive into studies involving astrology or human design and understand your own blueprint or patterns on a deeper level. Aries is so much about the self. It is about what, we are here to do in an independent fashion, what we are here to do in a sovereign way. And the themes of Aries, not only in the season that we're in, because astrologically we're in the Aries season, the sun is in Aries, but we are also coming up to a new moon in Aries, a solar eclipse in Aries, the north node of the moon is in Aries, and this Mercury retrograde in Aries is only strengthening those themes around self-awareness. So take the time to really dive deeper on, who it is that you're here to be in this lifetime. Take some time to dive into your relationship with yourself and really perhaps observe some of your patterns and some of your processes so you can come out of this retrograde period with a little bit more clarity around who you are and what you're here to do. All right, so on the 3rd of April, Venus and Neptune will be in a conjunction. This can be a really powerful strengthening that involves our spiritual practices and also our relationships. We may feel a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more forgiving. It's also going to be harder for us to accept, harsh realities about our relationships and the truth at the core of what's going on there. So, be mindful of the disillusionment that can come up when Neptune is involved. We also will have Venus moving into Aries on the 4th, so the next day. So, this planet that represents the ways in which we love on others, how we like to be adored by others, also representative of our financial habits, our sense of self-worth, our desire to create harmony and balance in our spaces within our relationships. We'll be shifting into, again, a fire sign that is so much about independence, self-awareness, pioneering action. And it may be that, you recognize you have a little bit more of a desire to take action on things involving relationship, involving finances, involving romantic love, etc. And there may be a desire to be a bit more spontaneous in these realms as well. Next, we'll have a sextile between Venus and Pluto occurring on the 6th. So, this is going to feel, again, very focused on intense, loving energies that you may have for others. You may feel like this is a good time to dive into healing practices that help with, feelings of worthiness. And I think over the course of this week in general, because there's so much happening in Aries, and we also have, Pluto making its way in here, all of that really intense and strong energy that is at the core of like our carnal urges and our desires may be alive for all of us over the course of this week. So I would suggest that we have some healthy outlets so that we can channel some of that energy in a productive way so that it doesn't create any dysfunction in our lives. So I think movement and exercise will be key, and really allowing yourself, especially with Mercury retrograde in Aries, to practice the pause before you communicate, before you bring your thoughts out into the world, as much as you can, really stay grounded and centered so that this energy doesn't become overwhelming. All right, I wish you all a really beautiful week. I hope you gain some clarity, especially as we are, making our way to the solar eclipse come next week. Allow this to be a time for you to, again, revisit, refine, reorient, take things one step at a time. And I'll be back on to chat with you again soon.